If you haven't heard about Anchor by Spotify, it's the easiest way to make a podcast with everything you need all in one place. Let me explain. Anchor has tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. When hosting on Anchor, you can distribute your podcast on listening platforms like Spotify, Apple Podcast, and more. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. And best of all, Anchor is totally free. Download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. That's ANCHOR for the app, or go to ANCHOR.fm to get started. I love using Anchor, and it's how I got started on my podcast, and I highly recommend. So please give Anchor a download and a try if podcast is on your needs. Welcome to Dirty Secrets of Massage. I am your host, Ava, and I'll be telling you the dirty truth about the massage therapy industry, different clients I encounter, and all things massage. Please send any questions or topic requests to dirtysecretsofmassage@yahoo.com. And welcome. It's very early, well, not really, almost 8 o'clock on a Saturday morning, the very end of July of 2022. And as you all remember, the tantric husband and his wife from November of last year for their 9-year anniversary, the teasing session on the 17th floor of a hotel downtown. And as you know, in the Tantric Husband Part 2, he was calling Ava back for more, which I knew, of course, he would. And so he kind of gave me a hard time the last time we met up, as we recall from that last podcast about him. Tantric Husband Part 2 is the catch-up of what happened there. And as some of you may or may not know, I'm a big-time TikTok fan. And what TikTok does is they like to try to link you in with people in your contacts. And there's been a lot of people that have popped up on my TikTok that I don't recognize as calling me or somebody I should recognize. But I will say the person who sold my house and lied on all the disclosures and was a real jerk, he pops up on my TikToks almost at least every week. I guess if I need somebody to work on something, I should call him, right? I highly doubt it. So, of course, the Tantric Husband pops up on my TikTok. And he's advertising his business here in town, and I don't want to give too much away, but anyways, I guess he's been having some health problems and back issues and things like that. And anyways, he goes on to say in this TikTok video that where is the world going right now? And the answer is Jesus. And I'm not saying he's wrong. I'm just saying it takes a lot of balls to get on TikTok and preach about God and Jesus when you're calling women outside of your marriage without your wife knowing for extra favors or extra time. And then you try to stiff the girl who spent time with you, and you don't want to pay her. And you act like you don't know what's going on. Well, I know what's going on, obviously. And so does however many people that listen to this. And so, of course, I went and scrolled through all his other TikTok videos. And the Tantric Husband Part 2, you need to go back and listen to that, because he says a lot of foul things about his wife in that video, on his second visit. He said a lot of foul things about his wife. And I reveal those in Tantric Part 2. So go back and listen to that. And anyhow, she's in his videos. The cats are in his video, the house is in his video. All these, personal things are in his video. It's not like I can track him down from that, but you probably, if I was a real psycho, I know I could. I mean, come on, let's get real. So the reason I'm posting this is because it's kind of juicy. And not only is it kind of juicy, but it just goes to show you that men don't care. They don't cover their tracks. They don't care. They don't, they don't know who they're screwing with. I could be the biggest psycho in the state for all you know. I could have been out on bond or parole or probation or whatever you call it. I could have done 20 years in the pen for hacking somebody and you'd never know it. But you're coming to my house and talking shit about your wife. And it wasn't good. None of it was good. Except for the part where she's never been married and she didn't date around much and she had a high sex drive. Other than that, none of it was really good. So why are you with her? Well, she's got a good check. She's got a good retirement check. And I'm sure her mom kicks up some too because the mom lives with them also. And so after our first session where the wife was involved, they talked about bringing me out for a second session, which of course didn't happen because he wanted his own session. But imagine him trying to swindle me and bring me out and not pay, or, one of them things. And if I'm a psycho enough, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to get paid one way or another. And his business has quite a catchy name. And so it's not hard to track people down. It's not rocket science. If a stay-at-home mom can track down her baby daddy with 7 names, I mean, how hard is it to track anybody down, with only one? And so I just thought it was kind of funny that he came across my feed. And then I'm wondering if he's looking at my OnlyFans or if he even listens to this podcast. Because I did send him the OnlyFans link. So if he is on my OnlyFans, I wouldn't know it because most of those are disguised. But he probably isn't because that's a subscription and he doesn't want to get caught. And so, I mean, he's got, if he really wanted to, he's got full access to the whole story. But anyways, the purpose of this podcast is to just, kind of shed some light on the backdoor things that men do. Women do it too, I'm sure. I mean, I wouldn't know because I'm not in that category. I'm in the other category. And so I think it's much easier for a man to play around and do stuff because the wife is at home tending to everything. Keeping the house clean, keeping the kids fed, bathed, bath, bed, whatever they got to do. And it's much easier for a guy to slip out and say that he's going to the gym or he's going to go get a haircut or he's going to go do whatever he says he's going to do and then come back 2 hours later after he had a blowjob and a massage or whatever he got. And so when the woman goes and runs a few errands, it's not the same. It's not as easy for her to sneak off and, go get a quickie somewhere. Because usually the husband's up her ass, asking her what she did, where she was, or he's probably got a tracker on her phone. And so this is just how I started my Saturday morning. I'm I'm going to take my dog to Home Depot and get a few things. Go for a little spin around the block. But anyhow, I thought you might find this a little interesting.